What's up, you guys? DHR2. I wanted to do a little video on the WWE going back to the way it used to be. So I got my PS4 going, and yes, I have the internet, but that does not mean I can't know how to play people online and all like that. So it's just something about the company that I need to get my digging on, because I be hearing some stuff about is things going back to the way it used to be and all that. So, but what I can do is look at some stuff. I believe it's from two websites, or it could just be something else. One is from What Culture, and the other is well, I don't know, man. So let's I'm just gonna go here. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I think my internet on the PS4 is just like a regular internet, but I'm just gonna. Okay, what is going on? What do you mean view status? What are you talking about? Having PS4 connection issues. I'm trying to. Screw it. Guys, I don't know what to do. I'm trying to find a different site so that I could go to WWE. Wait a minute, I think I found it. There we go. I got one viewer here. It says that this week's WWE programming take on something of a new age, with Raw and SmackDown both featuring riskier content that doesn't necessarily mesh with the PG. Who cares? PG sucks. Raw begins with Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman engaging in a hoot of a last man standing match that that concluded with the Monster Among Men tackling Lashley through the lit boards, leading to both men being cattle off in an ambulance. Corey Graves yelled, "Holy!" Yeah, he did say that. They did not bleep that out, so which is great. Then on SmackDown, we saw Kofi Kingston flipping his middle finger to Samoa Joe during their in-ring confrontation. Dave Meltzer has since told his Wrestling Observer Radio and listeners that the WWE will be using more material like this going forward. It's supposedly part of their plan to win back lost teenage viewers, and it looks like the promotion are trying to edge away from the PG era, and there's many complaints. Well, I have yet to see it. I've seen some stuff. College is better than high school. We're not talking about college. We're talking about wrestling. So you gotta get with the topic. And he also said on Twitter, does Kofi Kingston give it? I'm giving Samoa blah. Is Kofi Kingston giving Samoa Joe the finger last night? We are pushing forward, leaving the PG era behind. A lot more cussing and edginess is happening now. Yeah, I think they need to, because that's basically the purpose of the WWE. There is something missing for the last 10 years since they went PG. You haven't seen them curse or swear or be more edgy. It would be nice for them to, bring back the blood. I could tell they're only going back to PG 14 because you see what happened on Raw, you see what happened on Tuesday when Kofi Kingston giving Joe the finger, which was nice to see. This will excite those who yearn from a return of edgier programming. Though it's hard to see WWE abandoning PG instantly. Well, it's hard to see the WWE abandoning PG entirely, particularly if it starts to upset their advertisers. Nonetheless, View would argue that this week's changes didn't benefit Raw and SmackDown this week. Why are people crying about, why would they be crying about, this TV 14 stuff insulting TV PG nonsense? It's good to have, TV 14 stuff. And when you do stuff like that, ratings and will continue to build up each week. So I'm hoping they'll, follow up what they said and follow for their word. I think that's about it. Wait, well, we got somebody. I might go to SmackDown only instead of Raw, but yeah, I made a video about that yesterday about doing reactions. Go check it out. Okay, how in the world do I... Okay, doesn't make any sense. I don't like this internet. Well, I wouldn't say SmackDown is going to be better. It depends on, like I said, it depends on how they're going to do. Oh, all I had to do was all right, so all right, so let's look at something else, because we already know that they're trying to go back to the way they used to be. But like I said, I have yet to believe it when I see it. So let's try 5 things WWE can do to improve more to the teenage fan base. We got all kinds of things to choose from. Alright, I guess I'm gonna go with this. I don't give a rest behind. You know how sometimes when you go on the internet and you go to these different websites trying to find the answers? Well, they sometimes take too long to load, to prepare. You know, it's just it's really irritating, and I hate it. Oh my god. Word on the street is that we're only at the beginning of the change. We'll likely see on weekly TV. Not that. See, every time I read, this is why I do not like reading. I'm so used to reading to myself, but I'm not used to reading it out loud because then when I stutter, it sucks. But it says that word on the street is that we're only at the beginning of the change. We're likely see on weekly TV now that Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff have taken over Raw and SmackDown. We already have a pretty good Raw that started with violence and cursing, followed by a pretty run off to the mill. The pretty run off the mill SmackDown, on which the promos were a bit better than usual. NXT Tag Team Champions on the Street Profits also showed up on Raw, although it seemed a little vague that whether they were officially caught up. I swear my reading is terrible, y'all. I'm so sorry. I heard seeing a new little creep. I don't care about John Cena. He sucks. If he ain't coming back as Thugonomics, I don't want to see it. They probably did that just for a moment, but not for him to keep his official gimmick. So John Cena can go screw himself. I'm sorry. Thanks to Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio. What we're hearing now is that WWE specifically wants to win back. What we're hearing now is that WWE specifically wants to win back their teen audience, their teen viewers and demographic they once did much better with, and that part of their strategy from accomplishing that is featuring Asian more risky content that apparently explains why Corey Graves said holy on Raw and why Kofi Kingston gave Samoa Joe the finger. It probably also has something to do with Maria Kanellis wanting Becky Lynch to impregnate her. I don't know if y'all seen that clip, that money when Maria Kanellis telling everybody that she's pregnant again and telling her husband, who is a wrestler, Mike Kanellis, that he wasn't man enough to finish the job. So she'll have Becky Lynch to impregnate her. How? She has a vagina, not a penis. Pause. For the record, it's been a long time since I was a teenager. So this is a person who is writing this stuff. Whatever. For the record, it's been a long time since I was a teenager, but I am still considerably younger than Heyman, Bischoff, or Vince McMahon. Of those three, only Heyman was still a teen when I was born. I don't know something teens about. I do know some teens though, and they really don't seem as excited by cursing in the finger as we were in the 90s. I think nowadays teens get all the properties, profanity that they could possibly want from YouTube and Netflix. So it's just not that exciting anymore. Yeah, I definitely understood where you're coming from with that one. Of course, YouTube and Netflix and maybe TikTok seem to be where they get all their entertainment anyway. So I don't really know what we get teens to watch the USA Network. Mainly if you repackage Liv Morgan to be like Billy Eilish. What? Okay, this Billy Eilish and get Lil Nas X to make an appearance. Okay, here's where I have to stop. Lil Nas, the singer who made the Uptown Road song, he came out. He came out the closet, but I don't care about his music, so he don't matter anyway. Preferred pronounces when they introduce wrestlers. But let's be real. Even if you did all that, any teens who were curious, who will still just watch the clips on YouTube. Yeah, and people are doing a whole lot of reactions on YouTube nowadays, and that's why I need to stop doing. Because ain't nothing good on TV nowadays except for Law and Order SVU, in my opinion. Except I haven't been watching a lot of that. I've been watching a lot of Sentai stuff like Gingaman, Zoo Ranger, Jetman, Car Ranger. I don't watch none of that other program nowadays, so. The other part of this push, which actually makes a lot more sense, is a plan to use more exciting young NXT talent on the main roster. That appears to be why Raw introduced the Street Profits, who is seen not joining the roster full time and will continue to be on NXT. Good for them. Mills noted that we may be seeing more guests from NXT in the near future, and that Street Profits will turn up again, hopefully with the actual match. If WWE is trying to get teams to watch some wrestlers who are younger and fresher than Shane McMahon and The Undertaker are certainly a good idea. Of course, there are already younger people on the main roster who just aren't being given much to do, but hopefully that will also change. Here's the thing about this part. You're saying that you want them to get more development, and yet you're not doing anything with them. And I blame Vince McMahon for everything, so. And I think that's about it. Alright. I think once again, I think some of this may be true, but I have yet to see it. I'm not going to do a reaction to it until I get my final thoughts on it and what I should do on my channel. Should I react to it, or should I just do my review of it? I'm going to write down some lists. I'm going to do my review of it. I'm going to, do what I can to make sure you guys get the full reviews of how I feel about, the product itself. So it looks like things are looking brighter. Things are going great within the company. I do hope and pray that they keep their word instead of trying to change up what they say and continue to give us this crappy product we have now. And if you really want to win back your teen audience, go back to TV 14. Go back to doing ager stuff. Keep the women wrestler how they are, but give them better gimmicks and better matches. Lauren. Okay, I don't know who the heck that is, man. So, yeah, that's my overall thoughts on, WWE finally leaving the PG behind. They're slowly trying to, but like I said, I have yet to see it. So, yeah. Hopefully you all enjoy my live stream. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like I said, if you're new, subscribe to my channel. If you like my live stream, thumbs up. Don't forget, I will be doing my not reaction, but my review of Raw. Just Raw, because I don't know when Eric Bischoff is going to be making his directive debut on SmackDown. We're going to see how it goes. TV-14 are way better than TV-PG garbage. Please go back. They are. I just hope that they keep their word and not try to change up, change the script. So, I'm going to leave here with a bang. With good. So, DHR2, much love.